The area of Black Bottom and Hastings Street was an area that was near downtown Detroit, just east of downtown. The Hastings Street thoroughfare ran from the river to roughly East Grand Boulevard. So it was a substantial thoroughfare.
Our neighborhood was very, very close, and everybody, the grown people, the adults, they knew you, no matter and they knew whose child you were, and of course you knew that you had to behave. Mm-hmm. But we had such a wonderful area, and the closeness of people.
I can recall if you got an A, you would get a nickel. You know, if you got a B, you would get 4 cents. So you would take your report card in the community, and the store owners or whatever would give you a nickel or a dime because you're doing good in school.
That was such an inclusive area. The Near East Side and Black Bottom, where people lived.
By the time I was coming up, everything in our neighborhood community, because it was isolated, every community had their own little area, everything was black owned. We had our cleaners, we had our record shops, we had repair shop, shoe shops. I had all that in my community.
My father was a man by the name of Jovan Battle, and he opened a record store in the area on Hastings Street, on Hastings, right near Mack. And he opened up this record store in 1945. After a while, in about 1953, my dad began to record a minister down the street from him on Hastings Street, the Reverend C.L. Franklin. And Reverend C.L. Franklin was an astounding preacher. And my father began to record him, and they ended up in a partnership in which my dad recorded eventually virtually all of the recorded songs and sermons of the Reverend C.L. Franklin and many of his singers that sung in the church. And that includes Reverend C.L. Franklin's daughter, Aretha. And so my father was the very first to record the voice of Aretha Franklin at the age of 14 years old.
And this part of Detroit becoming a center of African American residents, this is going to change because of urban renewal. In the 1940s, the city begins a redevelopment plan for this area known as Black Bottom. And then they're going to build I-375, a leg of the I-75 freeway, which would destroy Hastings Street, the main street that ran through Black Bottom and Paradise Valley.
It killed the neighborhood.
It really uprooted and killed that neighborhood, which was a highly productive neighborhood.
When they brought the freeway through, that eliminated all our business in the area and the neighborhood in the area.
They protested the destruction of this community and the destruction of Hastings Street, but the city did it anyway.
It's not a lot to comprehend the magnitude of the losses. The demolishing of Hastings Street was the destruction of generational wealth.